Guys, a question for both of you, if you could each answer. Just I want to ask you about the mood of this team on the bench in the third period and late in games. It would seem that a team that doesn't have this level of playoff experience wouldn't be able to handle those moments as well as you've handled them, especially in the last three games. Can you take us inside just kind of how guys are feeling when the games are on the line late?
I think on the bench we're just pushing each other, staying upbeat. You don't have the crowd, so you got to kind of take care of that part yourself. That's what we do. We just tell each other to stay with our game, and that's all we know.
Yeah, kind of like what Eagle said. I feel we've done a good job of creating energy on the bench and on the ice, and you can kind of feel it within our team, and we're all emotionally invested, and I feel that we're sticking to our game plan, and we're confident enough to execute the game plan.
Next up, we have Jeff Patterson, TSN 1040.
Hey, Brock, one of the storylines coming into the postseason was all, these guys on this roster that didn't have playoff experience. Obviously, Eagle did. You've seen it now. I mean, that series against Minnesota looked like it was a battle. You take on the defending champs last night. Like, how much fun has it been for you to, get your first taste of playoff hockey at this level?
Oh, it's been a blast. I think all us young guys are kind of learned from that first series against the Wild of how intense and, how physical it'll be. And, it's the same way with the Blues. They're a really good hockey team. They play direct and keep it simple and play hard. So, I think we're all enjoying it, and hopefully we can get another win tomorrow.
Next up, David Satriano, NHL.com.
This question's for Brock. Are you surprised that it only took one game pretty much for you guys to click as well as you have? And how much confidence does winning that first game give you against the defending champs, moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's huge, getting that first win. I feel our group, we feel we know the way we need to play in order to win. And, we need to show up each and every night and compete for a full 60 minutes. And I feel our group's done a good job of that so far. So with that being said, we got to make sure we continue to do that.
Patrick Johnston, Post Media.
Hey, Brock. I was just wondering what you were thinking about when you saw Troy score the goal, given, you've known him for so long. What were some of the things that went through your head when you saw him celebrate the way he did?
Yeah. Obviously, it's an emotional goal for him. Seeing him point up to the sky, it gave me chills. And, it's tough for Stetch. There's good days and bad days, but to see Stetch get the game winner yesterday, it's a huge goal, and I'm so happy for him.
Next up, we have Ian McIntyre, Sportsnet.
Hey, Brock, on that theme, several players, yourself included, have gone through things in your personal life with your parents in the last year. Do you think in some respects rallying around each other like you have has made your team closer or stronger because of those tragedies?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, whenever, someone goes through something like that, I think, we have a close group here, and everyone's so supportive of each other. And, even when I went through the stuff with my dad, everyone texted me last year, and, it goes a long way. And, when we lose some loved ones over this past year, it's hard. And, I think our whole team is super supportive, and a lot of really good human beings on this team. So I definitely think it brings us together.
Next up, we have Greg Wyshynski, ESPN.
Hey, thanks a lot. My question's for Alex. I was hoping to get sort of a veteran defenseman's perspective on Quinn Hughes so far this postseason, and how you've seen him handle this step up in competition.
Yeah, obviously he's been handling pretty well. He looks very good out there. He relies a lot on his skating, and that's elite class. So I think he's a smart player to very humble, wants to get better, wants to learn. So I think, it's fun to have him on the team and see him, have his first year and his first playoff taste. And it's only going to get better, I think.
Brendan Batchelor, Sportsnet 650.
Yeah, this question's for Brock. Just your thoughts on the power play. Obviously, you guys got a lot of chances on the man advantage last night, and you made them count. How are you guys feeling through a handful of games here in the postseason? And it seemed like the man advantage was really clicking last night.
Yeah. I've talked about confidence a lot with you guys, and I think our whole power play group is really confident right now. Every time we feel that we get a power play, I think we feel that we can score each and every time, and it's been going well so far. And the only thing I'd say is we just got to make sure we get clean zone entries and get it set up, and from there I feel we're zipping the puck around pretty well.
Jim Morris, CBC Sports.
Hey, Brock, question for you. I guess you've played, this will be your third season playing with Bo. How have you seen his development as a player and also growing into the leadership role of being a captain? I guess maybe we probably on the outside don't understand maybe the pressures and responsibilities that places on a player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility, I'm sure, and I'm just kind of seeing him progress over the year. He's a really good leader, and I mean, you've seen it this whole playoffs, the way he's playing. He's leading our group, and we're following him, and to see him play like this, it's unbelievable. And he plays the right way and plays smart and plays simple. So I think even a couple of us younger guys, younger than Bo, are watching that and taking notes.
Follow-up from Patrick Johnston.
Alex, you and Troy had a big responsibility last night against the Shen line, and you did very well. What is it about the two of you that works so well when you're asked to play a shutdown role?
I think we played together now for a while and kind of read each other well. I think our strength is that we're battling really hard in our end, just try to keep it simple, try to do the right play and use each other when we can and talk to each other. I think over the years we've been kind of building up a good relationship on the ice, so I think it's been going well.
Follow-up from Ian McIntyre.
Alex, on the issue of chemistry, you've been on the team longer than anybody, and I suppose in small ways, small differences, each team has its own identity. Is there anything in particular about this group, so that you think is special as far as that kind of harmony among players, older, younger, new guys, people have been around a long time? Is there anything special about this mix?
I don't know. I think we just have a very good mix of young and old guys, and I think we're all getting along really well. And I think we really like being with each other, spending time with each other on and off the ice. We talked all year about being hard to play against on the ice, and I think we've done a good job with that so far this postseason, and we just got to keep doing that. But I just think we as a group really enjoy being together.
Back to Farhan Lalji, TSN.
Brock, I just want to ask you about pregame warm-up yesterday. JT Miller doesn't take part. Were you nervous that he might not play, or did you have no doubts that eventually he'd be in the game?
No, I knew he was playing the whole time.
And we'll take one final question from Jim Morris, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Alex. I'd asked Brock a little later about Bo's development, his growth as a player and his growth as a captain. You've seen him longer than any of the other players on the team. Well, what are your thoughts on how he's the player he is now composed to the player he was 3-4 years ago when you first saw him?
Yeah, I think, he's a strong player, a two-way player, and I think I've seen the last few years that he's, starting to do all those little things right that most people might not see, but you notice on the ice. He's very responsible, and obviously he's a threat offensively too. But all those little things that are hard to pick up that you notice on the ice, he's doing them really well.